Mahmoud and Nicole have one of the most toxic relationships on 90 Day Fiancé. Nicole has tried to save her marriage, but it's time for a split. Mahmoud El Sherbini and Nicole Sherbini are one of the most controversial couples from 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after, with Mahmoud being one of the worst partners. Mahmoud and Nicole were introduced during 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 4. Nicole left her home in Los Angeles, California, to move to Cairo, Egypt, to give her marriage with Mahmoud a fair shot. They met when Nicole was on a spiritual trip in Egypt, and Mahmoud proposed within 1 week of knowing her. Nicole took a leap of faith and converted to Islam for Mahmoud without understanding the expectations of the religion. Mahmoud and Nicole's relationship was interesting on the other way. No matter what, it seemed like they could not move past their cultural differences. Mahmoud had expectations for Nicole that she wasn't willing to conform to. Fans were sure they would split after Nicole found Mahmoud's text messages to other women, but they were still together during the tell-all episode. They then went on to film Happily Ever After. Season 8 as Mahmoud moved to the United States to be with Nicole. It's unclear if Nicole is still with Mahmoud after his arrest, but if they are, they should call it quits. Mahmoud seems as miserable with Nicole as Michael Ilsemi is with Angela Deem. It's difficult to watch Mahmoud and Nicole because they're always fighting and rarely seem happy. During their first episode on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 8, Mahmoud arrived in LA and reunited with Nicole for the first time in 6 months. Upon his arrival, Nicole attempted to be affectionate with Mahmoud, telling him to kiss me, you mother asterisk 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 asterisk, but Mahmoud wouldn't kiss her. Nicole went on to confront him about this, and Mahmoud told her it made him uncomfortable to kiss her in public. Mahmoud's reluctance towards PDA may be because of his faith. However, Nicole deserves more. After he arrived at Nicole's apartment, Mahmoud began critiquing every inch of it. Mahmoud was even upset with the amount of pillows that Nicole had decorated her bed with. He went on to scowl at a mannequin she had in her apartment and a piece of artwork of a naked woman. Mahmoud's irritation could have been because he had just traveled from Egypt to the United States, but it's another representative of his being utterly miserable while filming with Nicole. Mahmoud is incredibly degrading towards Nicole. Despite them being married for 5 years, it seems like Mahmoud and Nicole don't have much in common. Their cultural differences play a large part in their conflicts as a couple. Mahmoud always makes comments about Nicole's appearance, often urging her to show no skin and cover her hair. Many of their fights start because Mahmoud wants Nicole to dress conservatively. When he arrived in the U.S., one of the first things he did was make comments about Nicole's clothing. "What's this?" He asked Nicole when he saw a sliver of her stomach was showing. He told her she looked nice, but not like to show your stomach, which upset Nicole. Mahmoud has even gotten physical with Nicole on camera. On the other way, he pushed Nicole during an argument, and she pushed him back. Mahmoud wants a traditional Muslim wife, but it seems this is not the lifestyle Nicole wants for herself. Nicole uses her clothing as a form of expression, and Mahmoud constantly degrades this. Mahmoud has little to no respect for Nicole. Mahmoud expects Nicole to conform to his culture but does not want to do the same for her. When Nicole was living in Cairo, she attempted to adapt to their lifestyle. She converted to Islam when they first got married to please him. Mahmoud did not like the idea of moving to the U.S. on the other way. A lot of things make me worry about that, like I can't find a job. I can't find friends, and find a mosque, he said. Mahmoud disrespected Nicole when he began communicating with other women. During the finale of The Other Way, Nicole revealed she went through Mahmoud's phone and saw he was chatting with women online. She saw him sending messages like, "How old are you? What are you doing? Did you make it back to the hotel okay last night?" One of the women was from China and was supposedly trying to sell TVs to Mahmoud. He told Nicole he didn't have feelings for this woman, but she wasn't fully sold. Though Mahmoud insists he did nothing wrong, Nicole still thinks the situation was totally inappropriate. Viewers questioned if Mahmoud and Nicole were still together after the tell-all and ended up staying together. On 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, they are, but Mahmoud has continued to disrespect Nicole. He continues trying to control what she wears, but Nicole is not having it anymore. Nicole shouldn't be controlled by anyone, especially her life partner and husband, who should respect her decisions. It's uncertain why Nicole has stayed with Mahmoud for so long. She has threatened to divorce him time and time again, so it's unclear if Mahmoud and Nicole are still together after his arrest. On February 20, Mahmoud was arrested and charged with misdemeanor domestic violence after an alleged incident involving Nicole. He was released on $20,000 bail and had a court date set for March 13. On February 28, Nicole reposted a graphic from Musawa Movement's Instagram about violence against women in Muslim families to her Instagram stories. Nicole has not confirmed she was involved in the domestic event that got Mahmoud arrested, but this post led some to believe she was. However, 90 Day Fiancé blogger Shabuti shared a post from a fan claiming they had spotted Mahmoud and Nicole together since the incident. Nicole has endured physical and emotional mistreatment from Mahmoud on the show. Their relationship has been rocky since they first appeared on The Other Way, and it seems like Mahmoud moving to the U.S. made it even worse. They hadn't confirmed if they are still together after the physical altercation, but Nicole should still leave Mahmoud. Their cultural differences have ruined their relationship. Mahmoud wants a conservative Muslim wife, and Nicole cannot give that to him. Nicole showing the slightest bit of skin makes Mahmoud unhappy. He was even weary when Nicole became friends with her yoga instructor while she was living in Cairo. Mahmoud and Nicole may have loved each other when they first got married, but love cannot conquer all. Mahmoud and Nicole have stayed together for too long. Nicole has given Mahmoud several chances to save their marriage, but he's not willing to compromise. Their relationship may be dramatic, but it's not fun to watch on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. It's just cringy. Mahmoud's recent domestic violence charges cast a dark shadow over their segments on the series.